till our next
Dead air kami, di ba?
hindi ko alam kung saan magsimula. So
Okay.
till our next episode, then siguro sabi nga ni Mami as part 2 of our How is Life in Dubai.
Yeah. You know, it's just the usual days in my life that I've always held on to that scripture because talaga naman kahit anong tugutan mo ng lakas, your inspiration from your loved ones, di na ba, your inspiration from your children, your loved ones back home in the Philippines, andun na yun, given. But they aren't really, if they're not that physically there, and sometimes you really look up to a higher beings, diba, to get that sense of drive and strength from. And for us, that's God.
I think
That's the Lord, and it's always been like that.
God during that, di ba? So sometimes nga hindi naman na isipin na during ganong mga time pa tayo nagiging close kay God, di ba? Dapat every day of our life, regardless if it's happy or sad or nasa worst scenario tayo, dapat we always trust in God. Always cling on God. We encounter God every time. Yun lang talaga yung ginawa namin that time.
Yeah, you could look that up for those who doesn't know. Look it up in
Philippians 4:13. Again, it says, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. Yes. So after that, syempre, few years, may trabaho na kami and everything. Ano ba yung, siguro to keep it short, ano ba yung naging mga accomplishment natin, Mami?
Yeah, we might have part 1 and part 2 of this episode, guys.
Umaba na, ang dami na usapan.
Correct.
At least, ano pa lang to, shortened version pa lang to.
Yeah.
Diba? Shortened version pa lang to. So, ano ba yung, so after the years, siguro ang dami natin experience and challenges na, ano ba yung at least na accomplish natin yung mga mini success natin.
Diba? Shortened version na. Almost 1 hour.
Syempre, yung may mga savings tayo, kahit pa paano, savings natin, di ba? And importante talaga, when you're coming or going to work in the Middle East or anywhere in the world, kailangan talaga, first thing, mag-savings.
Let me interrupt to that a bit. Yes. Before Nell continues on that, just, of course, job-wise, money-wise, savings, going to savings, we've learned a lot less of that on that one, mostly when it comes to loans, bank issues. Siguro our success, I would say, is got ourselves cleared from it with the help of a lot of people. For those that probably get to watch this, not a lot, but I mean, there are other people that were able to help us in our past situations. Syempre, we know that in time we're able to repay you guys. So, but with this part of clearing whatever dilemma we had with financially in the bank or in the card or in the loan, it was solely our own driven ways into trying to get our money on the right track in order for us to clear off what we need to clear off. And I'd say na, thankful din ako that my husband really knows how to manage our money. It's a new trend nowadays, you guys. Human trend, but then it's not always the wife. I know it depends on the family setting. So for our family setting, hubby is the one who really deals with the finances.
So yun siguro, one advice din mabibigyan natin dun sa mga incoming na mga kababayan natin who wants to venture work here in Dubai itself or any other countries. Be smart, especially sa mga here in Dubai talaga napakadaling kumuha ng credit card, napakadaling kumuha ng loan, basta may work ka na, agents will contact you and then give you a offer, ganyan. Pwede kang kumuha ng credit card just for a backup, siguro pambayad lang ng mga utilities or mga online, yung mga pag-uwi ka, flights mo, gano'n, pero after that you have to pay it off. Kasi pag kunyari minimum lang binabayaran mo yung interest.
Speaking of paying off, I know where you're
is
gonna get to.
nag-increase pa rin.
Yeah. Speaking of that part, yeah. So you're gonna say that. I was gonna actually say as well. I know a lot of people that probably knows this long back already would say, yeah, ganun naman talaga dapat. Well, yun nga, as we speak here, we're all speaking from our own experiences. So in our experience, pasensya, sorry, tao lang. So, hindi namin...
You will be blinded by all
Yeah.
of those things kasi kailangan talagang focus ka kung ano talagang goal mo. Di ba? Kasi minsan...
When we've learned our lessons so far, that's why I'm just trying to say that's our experience, to each his own. So everybody has to go through a certain road. And then, if you can, clear your tracks, clear your tracks. So that's what we basically did.
So, of course, maraming nangyari sa atin, di ba, na sa finances natin,
Yeah.
di ba? Siyempre, nanganak ka, we had to go through yung sa loss of job natin, di ba? We have to use those resources din, di ba? Doon lang talaga nagkaroon ng nagamit natin totally yung mga...
But speaking of nganak, guys, medical insurances are also cool. You're supposed to be advertising that, man. Ang galing din naman yung mga coverage, even here in Dubai when it comes, even in my work. So, maganda naman yung benefits when
pero back
nung maternity.
Back then kasi hindi mandatory yung insurance.
Okay.
Lahat.
Okay. Yeah.
Pero
So there's a
right now,
difference.
siguro few years back na, 3 or 4, naging mandatory na sa Dubai. Sa Abu Dhabi kasi mandatory na talaga yan na kailangan may insurance ka. Pero sa Dubai tsaka sa ibang mga Emirates dito sa UAE,
So we sort of
naging mandatory.
experienced the two different sides of that mandatory scenario. Dahil to our eldest, it wasn't yet mandatory.
That's right.
To our youngest, well, I think it's covered mandatory niya, di ba?
Meron na. Kasama na yun.
By the year that she was born. So, yun.
So yun. So ano pa rin yun? Choice mo kung may maternity ka, may dental ka, if kukuha ka ng individual policy. Pero pag company ka naman...
on your premium.
Pag company ka naman kasi iba-iba yung mga plans niyan. So depende na rin sa company kung ano kinuha nilang mga policy sa insurance company.
Policy, not premium.
Ang rin?
Policy pala.
Policy. Policy ang tawag doon. And then depende na rin kung ano mga benefits nun. Kung may inpatient, may outpatient, may mga additional benefit like dental, optical, may cosmetic pa. So depende yan. Hindi naman pare-pareho yan sa lahat. So at least ang kahit pa paano, meron kang magagamit na insurance pag pumunta ka ng clinics, ng hospital, pag nagkasakit ka, covered pa rin naman yung lahat.
Yeah.
Ayun. Pati yung
depends
medicine.
on your
Grabe, mahal yung mga
deductibles.
medicines dito. So, buti nga, may insurance. Kung wala insurance, ang mahal ng mga medicines.
Laking tulong talaga din.
Laking tulong.
Nag-vary lang din with your deductibles.
Depending
Depending on the
Minsan may copay ka, may deductible ka.
Yeah.
Yung iba, wala kang babayaran. Bigyan mo lang yung card mo. Which is good. So, other than that, yung sabi nga natin yung mga mini success accomplishment natin, yung savings, siyempre nagagamit mo yan, yung mga for emergency. Diba? Kaya nga tayo nakapag-survive for 6 or 5 months because of the savings na rin. And plus, yung mga plans na in-execute natin during that time, di ba? Na kaya nabawasan din yung ibang gastos natin, di ba? Na-accommodate natin yung mga expenses natin during that period.
Yeah.
And then, of course, nagkaroon kami ng condo with the help of Ate Med, di ba?
Love you, ate.
Love you, Ate Med. I know you're watching us up there. Always remember you talaga.
Yeah.
So yung condo, and then eventually nabenta rin natin, di ba? For a certain purpose. Nasuporta namin yung family once in a while.
Yeah.
Diba? Hindi naman palagi, pero nakakapagbigay kami sa family. Other than that, yung mga natutulungan namin mga ibang kababayan dito for job, especially in my company also. May mga naghahanap. I try to ipasok sila dun sa company namin, and yung iba napapasok namin, yung iba napapasok namin sa ibang company na re-refer ko. Yun yung mga ibang natutulong din namin.
I think, sige, for success aspect ng tulong, since you spoke about tulong, I think that's one thing then na I'm thankful for the Lord using me during those times as working as well. Kasi I was able to help, I believe so, I was able to help some people get a job during the time that's working as an HR for one of the GEM schools, and even help out admission with the help of Maring Joanne.
Mm.
Admission access for their kids. So, yung mga leeway, yung mga, perks of such things like that, I mean, I still consider it as a, achievement.
Achievement yun. Kasi may
An achievement to be able to still use and guide people
Yes.
with how I get a chance to
May
communicate
opportunity
with
kang
them.
makatulong, nasa HR ka na, why not help, di ba? Depende
Yeah.
na lang din yun sa tao, di ba? Kung gaano siya ka-dedicated na makuha yung work na yun, di ba?
That's true.
Mm.
So, yun lang yung nafe-feel ko as an achievement in an aspect like, you could still be used as a tool of instrument by the Lord for them.
Yeah.
Parang kumbaga third-party access for them to get to that opportunity. So, thankful pa rin to that.
Kahit simpleng tulong, alam mo yun, napakalaking bagay yung diba? Mariremember, kahit pa paano, they will remember na kahit pa paano tulungan natin sila, di ba?
Yeah.
The fact na na-interview sila, malaking tulong na yun, di ba? Practice na rin sa kanila yun.
Pati na rin yung I would not forget even the teaching assistants, the bus nannies also rather, when I was working with Gem School, because sobrang helpful nila on the type of work that we had them with files and stuff, and they're, aside from being the helping out with the bus system, that they are supposed to be there for the kids on the sides while waiting, they're working with us guys. Yung mga parents that have their kids in the face-to-face schools right now in a conventional setting, the bus nannies that you see, that really helps you guys out to drop and pick up your kids from that bus specifically. They're not just assigned to buses. So while on their waiting period, they help out the school admin people with certain tasks. So siguro if there's one thing that I could relate to you guys, to really be grateful for those. Siguro may mga iba na you guys don't feel like they're doing their right job.
Yeah.
But dala na rin ng pressure and stuff. But I'm still, for me, there are a lot of those best nannies that I know that sobrang grateful ako that are able to help us out with our work. And I wouldn't ever forget them. Yung help that I think that I was able to lend then is some of them guys, dahil nga sa bababa rin yung na-earn nila from their particular job, they sell stuff.
May mga sidelines sila,
May
diba?
mga sidelines sila. So parang yung mga binebenta nila mga ganon, yung sobrang pagbili mo lang regularly or yung, kasi minsan pagkain naman din siya.
Laking tulong yun sa kanila.
Laking tulong sa kanila yun.
Additional yun.
I always buy, Tara, I love you, miss you. If Tara gets to watch this, I know she gets to still see my posts. I always buy empanada from her. Kasi sobrang gustong-gusto ng husband ko rin yun.
That's my favorite. Wala akong mahanap na ganun.
Sobra.
Actually, sa Philippines ko na lang siguro mahanap yun.
Oo, alam mo yung crunchy on the side, tapos ang sarap pa ng crunch niya sa gilid. Tapos dry ba yung gusto mo sa loob?
Dry yung sa loob.
Yes.
Yung lahat na bibili ko rito puro
Gutom na ako.
basa.
Yun, oo. Yung parang
Ayoko pa naman
moist
yun.
sa loob na parang feeling mo panis na.
Oo.
But then for her, the ones that she's selling,
Yun ang na-miss ko.
sobrang, I get packs sometimes kasi masarap talaga siya. Yung mga ganun simple way, si Maricel, mani, oh my gulay. Siyempre, pag ganda, stress ka na,
Yung
gusto
favorite
mong
mo,
umaya, mani. Siyempre
Dried ba yan?
naman.
O ba, ano?
Ay, hindi siya basa. Dry siya.
Dry. Okay.
Salty pa nga eh.
Masarap.
Disclaimer. So, ayun. I mean, in those aspects na nakakatulong ka rin eh. With just simply buying stuff from them. I remember there's somebody who's also selling Avon pa nga eh. Na, you still
Ibon,
get...
ano yan? Lumilipad?
Ay, Avon. Ay, kabay. Ano ba? Hindi. Ano man?
Avon. Okay.
Tawa kayo. Ha, ha, ha. Joke
Alam ko,
share.
Avon.
Punchline share. So, ayun. Yung mga ganun. So thankful for them. With the kind of job that they do, and thankful as well na in some ways sana nakatulong din ako sa kanila and able to inspire them with the kind of work that they have.
Grabe, mahirap yung work talaga nila, especially taking care of a lot of kids. Sa bus, alam mo yung bus, sobrang dami ng mga bata.
Yeah.
Nandun, kaya isa-isa yung tinalagaan nila.
True. Cyril, shout out to Cyril as well as
Cyril.
oh my God, palobat na ako. Kailangan natin mag part 2. Palobat na siya. Okay. So, ano ba? Yun yung nakita ko lang, Dad. That I just want to say thankful na I know it's an accomplishment or achievement that us being used as a instrument, as a tool. Right now, I
Yeah.
could see when you're having work from home, guys,
Yeah.
nahihear ko siya, na-witness ko siya, an aspect of a part of a job that I was doing then. I'm hearing him doing it as well now.
Yeah.
Because I know that's one of the things that the HR does nowadays. It's not us interviewing directly. We pass it on to the line managers because kayo nakakalam ng mga hinahanap nyo, particularly in your department. So me hearing him, getting a chance to jump into those interviews and ask questions that I know are like mandated for us as well before. Sobrang I get this sense of feeling na, my husband is being used as well as a channel of blessing, as an instrument with the fellow, workers that he has with. In trying to get these people to get into the job if qualified,
If
diba?
qualified naman sila, and if they're willing talaga and they're dedicated, maganda intention nila, for sure,
Yeah.
mapapasok kayo. And I will push it myself as well. Yung mga na-push ko talaga, they work really hard and actually tumagal sila sa company. Alam mo yun. And kahit hindi nila sa department ko, sa ibang department.
True.
Alam mo yun. So yun.
So, alam mo, there are a lot of things that we still want to discuss, guys, and tackle. But I guess we have to chop it off first.
Yep.
And we will end this part of the episode. Sana na-enjoy nyo on this first part of our... Malina naman tinitingnan ni Anna Marie. Sana na-enjoy nyo on this first part of our episode at the Detox Podcast. And we hope that on the next episodes and more to come, you would be there to still listen. And not just listen, you can interact with us, guys. If there's questions you're curious about, maybe instead of the sets of questions on our cue cards that we have, we could line that up to tackle that on the next episode.
Yes, and especially those nanonood sa amin from anywhere else, maybe in the Philippines or any other countries. If you want to ask anything about us here in Dubai, let us know. Habang nandito pa naman kami, and we want to explore more of the Dubai. Nandito na kami for 20 years, di pa namin masyado na-explore. And we want to explore it with you guys.
Yeah.
Alam mo yun. So as we start this podcast, as we start our vlogs in the coming future, we gusto namin kasama namin kayo.
Yeah, so we're journeying together on this one.
Yes.
And for the other viewers that we have there that are probably a different nationality, as much as possible, our podcast is really in Taglish.
Yes.
We speak a bit of our Tagalog language and then in English. If there in any point that I'm going to be able to put subtitles on this, I'll try my best. But we might have certain podcasts that are in English too for you guys. But for time being, bear with us.
So yun, napahaba na sobra. And actually, we wanted the shorter version now. But kasi napaganda yung usapan, and
True.
actually, dito lang namin din napag-usapan yung mga bagay-bagay na yan, which is, I hope, helpful sa inyo.
And that means for you guys to get to know us more.
Yes.
Kasi hindi man namin kayo na-encounter lahat. You guys may just know us in an acquaintance aspect. But some of you guys probably really know us for that long, but doesn't know in the in-depth stories of our life. If this is one way for you guys to get to know us, then why not? Why not? So it's not just a podcast, guys, by the way. There are a lot of things that we also post in our Facebook family page. So if you get a chance to also continue looking into AnneDvlogs and fan page in our Facebook.
Hope you can follow us.
Yes.
And AnneDvlogs.
And we also have a YouTube channel, AnneDvlogs. And of course, don't forget, he's going to plug it now.
Future. Nello Chats.
Yes.
Yeah. Nello Chats naman.
His platform of Nello Chat is
I'll be interviewing mga kababayan natin here in Dubai, their experiences, yung life nila. Alam mo, all walks of life, mga kababayan natin here. Alam mo yan. So may mga naka-line up na rin na mga friends.
Mga friends and yung mga team ni Sir Nel.
Yung mga
Mag-ready kayo kasi baka kayo rin tanungin niya, mali.
Maganda kayo. Okay. may mga kakilala rin tayo mga kababayan na nagbi-business dito. We'll try to get in contact with them and interview them, yung life nila, how they started as well, and paano sila nagtayo ng mga businesses here. And I think this will be a very helpful topic also later on sa mga gusto mag-venture in business here in Dubai,
Yeah.
UAE. So
Yeah.
yun.
So, hindi namin talaga alam paano i-end.
Oo nga
But
eh.
anyway, guys, the things that we just said earlier,
Parang dahil pa natin gustong
I-discuss.
i-discuss, i-converse, i-communicate sa kanila. And sa next next episode yan talaga.
sa next episode na lang, guys. So, we just really hope to see you guys again only here in the Detox.
Detox. Again pala.
Ready na ako mag-closing, guys, diba?
If you like this video sa ginagawa namin, hope
You can share it,
you can share it.
guys.
And follow us as well. Okay.
Yeah.
And put a lot of comments kung ano man yun.
Follow
Kung
our
ano gusto
AnneDvlogs fan page in the
AnneDvlogs.
Facebook. Comment and then share.
Yes.
Yeah.
Click that notification bell.
Also, YouTube yan. Tama.
Hindi pala yun. Hindi pala.
Kalma lang. Kalma. Really kalma. Okay? Okay, guys. See you guys again for our next episodes here in the Detox
Detox.
Podcast.
Thank you. God bless everyone.
God bless everyone.